And one. Hey guys, it's Kate, and welcome to another episode of Get Prepped Podcast, where we talk with voice actors, nonprofit leaders, and business owners that are going to be in the new game, Get Prepped. Today we have two amazing voice actors. They are both Canadian voice actors. You can find them both on CanadianVoiceovers.com. They're a power couple, and they are Julianna Wolfe and Bill Stephenson. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having us. What an introduction. Holy.
That's great.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. My first question for you guys is, how did you both get into voice acting?
Well, he has a background and he brought me along with him. So, yeah, we make quite a pair, but he's taught me everything he knows. So
yeah, I got Julianna into this crazy world of voice acting. I've been voice acting since about 1984. So a few years here and there, worked in radio and did a few other things. And then, yeah, when was it? Just before pandemic, pretty much, we kind of decided, hey, you know what? Let's do this full-time professionally. And here we are.
Yeah.
And as we say, the rest is for written record.
That's right.
And the pandemic definitely led to a lot of great things for entertainment and the business stratosphere. We've actually had a lot of people on here that started their business because of the pandemic. So I'm glad another great thing came from that. My next question for you both is, what was your favorite roles to take on as voice actors?
Mine was a book that Bill got. He did all the narration for it, and I got to be all the female characters in the book. So there was, I think, probably about 8 or 10 female characters, and I had to choose different voices and accents. It was great fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That one. My favorite that comes to mind, not just that one, I'll talk about it in a sec, but it was a character I auditioned for a Star Wars audio drama. It's called Star Wars Life and Death on the Rim. The character's name was Zomo. He only had 5 lines. Now I'm in all 6 seasons because the producers and directors just loved the audition. They're like, oh my God, we never saw this character like that. So yeah, that's my favorite character. And I'm a Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. But yeah, like Julianna said, the Traveler's Door, we had a fantastic time on it. And speaking of working together, we just finished like minutes before we came on another audiobook where Julianne is doing the female parts. I do the characters and the narration. So yeah, we work well as a team.
I can definitely tell. And I'm a Star Wars fan too, although I'm more of a Star Trek person.
Well, I'm Star Trek as well.
Yeah, those are amazing franchises and choices. My next question for you both is, what was a funny or challenging in the booth moment that you guys can share with us?
Well, I mean, every project has its own challenges, and you've got to go through the book. You've got to go through and make sure that your characters have individuality, and choosing the voices for those characters and bringing the emotions to those characters. That is the real challenge.
And for me, the biggest challenge was going from radio and doing commercials and just speaking normally instead of saying, it's sunny out this afternoon, partly cloudy. So getting rid of that announcer, that was a challenge. But the funniest part is when my cat, Sybil, she gets in the booth and she'll fall asleep and I'll be in there recording. You can't disturb her because she is the princess, and she'll snore. So that gets into the recording. So that can be funny and challenging at the same time.
She's a loud snorer.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that. I do a bunch of different things for other companies, and my dogs are sleeping right now, but sometimes they disturb recordings or live streams. I do. So I definitely feel that. My next question for you both is, what's something you've learned throughout the course of your voice acting career that you wish you knew when you first started?
For me, is all the technical stuff. It's not just hardware, but also software. And it's not just reading or bringing a character to life. That's part of it. It's all the technical stuff, but that comes after, all the processing and everything that has to go into each project.
And for me, that was easy. I started when you were reel to reel and cutting tape, and now technology, that's all half for me. For me, the biggest, it's been learning to act and really get into the characters and deep dive and script analysis. And I wish I'd known more about that when I first started back in 1984. That's a long time ago.
It definitely is. I'm 21 now, and the history of entertainment is extremely compelling to me. Back in the early days, like you were saying, it was reels, film reels, and hand-drawing cartoons, and hope it may come out animated. Like the voice acting software we have today probably wasn't even around back then. At most, you had a microphone, maybe a soundboard, and you had to work with what you have. So it's amazing to see how far technology has come. My next question for you is, what's something that you both are into that people may not know beyond voice acting? I see you got a guitar and a piano in the background. Maybe you could tell us about that.
Well, I'm trying to play guitar, learn to play guitar. I do play keyboard a little bit. But one of the things that I've been doing since I was 12, so let's go back to 1982, I've been a scuba diver ever since. And I'm also a scuba instructor. I started that probably in my 20s, and I had a scuba diving business. We're on the St. Lawrence River in Brockville, Ontario. It's the home of the Thousand Islands, and everybody's heard of Thousand Islands dressing. This is where it came from. Not Brockville per se, but within the islands. So we have shipwrecks dating back a long time, just between Kingston and Cornwall, which is about, I'd say, a 2-hour drive by car.
Yeah,
there's 272 shipwrecks that we know of. So that's a lot of shipwrecks. So that's one of my hobbies, pastimes, favorite things of doing.
And as for the musical equipment, we also try and create new sound beds for underneath commercials and stuff like that. So we dabble with that a little bit.
Yeah. Because we also produce a lot of commercials for local businesses in our area. So instead of just using stuff off YouTube, we actually create the music for the commercials, and we'll be adding some music to our audiobooks as well, which is, not a lot of people do it, but we want to do it. We want to be pioneers in that realm.
That's amazing. I create my own music for the stuff I do sometimes too. For a company called Autism Digest, I did my own intro and outro music just because of the copyright laws here in the States. That's definitely amazing that you're doing that kind of stuff, and a lot of content creators should look into that. My last question for you both is, if you could take on the role of any character, past or present, who would it be and why?
You go first. I'll go first. It popped into my mind yesterday because I had Yoda. It was first thing that popped in my mind because Julianna said that might be one of the questions. So I was like, boom, Yoda. Because I can do Yoda pretty good, and it's a Star Wars. And then Darth Vader popped in my head. I'm like, nah, there's no way you can replace James Earl Jones. So Yoda would be one I would like to have tried. Or try. I guess there's still hope for it. You?
I was a Bugs Bunny and Tweety fan, so I'd like to be Tweety Bird. I love that little thing, and I don't know if I can do the voice, but I'd like to try eventually.
Those are really amazing choices, and maybe there will be a revival someday that you guys can audition for. Anyways, that's going to do it for this interview, guys. Thank you so much to Bill and Julianne for coming on and sharing their stories. If you guys want to see more amazing interviews with those involved in the game, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Get Prepped channel. And to learn more about Get Prepped, Scan the QR code here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.